There was a moment, a very random, unglamorous moment, where I was just sitting with my laptop and scrolling job listings and slightly frustrated, and something caught my eye, or rather, something didn't catch my eye. And that absence changed everything for me. Hi everyone, I am Kajal. I am 25 years old and I am a physiotherapist currently pursuing women's health physiotherapy. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, then I am glad that you are here for this one. Because today I am not sharing some tips or habits. Today I am sharing my story, how I ended up choosing a path that most people in India have never heard of. And honestly, that's exactly why I chose it. Let me take you back to where this all started. I had just finished my physiotherapy degree and I was doing what every fresh graduate does, applying to clinics, searching for job, figuring out what's next. And if you have ever job searched in physiotherapy in India, you know what those search results look like. Neuro clinic, ortho clinic, sports rehabilitation, spine and joint clinic. Every single results, same categories, same specializations. And I was fine with that honestly. My first preference at that time was ortho. That was the plan, that was the direction I thought I was headed. But then something happened that I wasn't expecting at all. One day I was searching for job openings and scrolling through clinic listings in different cities. In all those results, not a single one said women health physiotherapy clinic or pelvic health physiotherapist. Not one. That one small observation shocked me completely. And I sat there and thought, why doesn't this exist? Is it because there's no need for it? Or is it because nobody's talking about it? So I did what I always do. I started reading, I found an article, and what I discovered genuinely shocked me. Women in India and globally deal with conditions that physiotherapy can directly treat: urinary incontinence, pelvic pain, complications during pregnancy, recovery after childbirth, prolapse, painful periods, and the list goes on. These are not the rare conditions, these are things that affect millions of women every single day. And most of them didn't even know that help exists. And not just that, they didn't even know that what they are experiencing isn't something that they just have to live with. I didn't know either, because when I was in college I know कि ये सारी fields होती हैं जिसमें आप मास्टर्स या स्पेशलाइजेशन कर सकते हो. तो आई नो दैट देयर इज अ वन पर्टिकुलर फील्ड वुमेन हेल्थ फिजियोथेरेपी. बट व्हाट आई डिडंट नो कि ये इतनी सारी कंडीशंस में फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट हेल्प कर सकता है एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम. सो व्हेन आई वाज रीडिंग अभी, I was shocked, and that hit me hard. If someone with a degree in this field didn't know, how would a regular woman sitting at home know this? That question opened a door I couldn't close. I started researching everything I could find about pelvic floor physiotherapy and women's health. And I looked up who was doing this work in India, and there were so few names. And when I looked internationally, इतने सारे women health physiotherapist, pelvic floor physiotherapist हैं, and पूरा वहाँ पर well established system है, and they are spreading awareness and their people know किस conditions में physiotherapist help करते हैं, and it's barely visible here. I started following Indian physios and international physios on Instagram and YouTube. I watched their content, I read their posts, and understood what this work actually look like in practice. And the more I learned, the more I felt something that I hadn't felt in a while: genuine curiosity. Not I should learn this, but I need to understand this. So I went back to basics, book, anatomy, started building a foundation from scratch because I realized I had a lot of catching up to do, and I was completely okay with that. Now, here's the part where I really want to be honest with you. Because I think a lot of career journey videos make it sound like there was this big, clear, cinematic moment of I found this calling and I knew instantly. This is bullshit. It wasn't like that for me. I still don't know with 100% certainty that this is one thing that I'll do forever. And I think that's okay. What I do know is that I found a gap, a real significant gap in healthcare that affects women deeply and is almost invisible in our country. And I found it interesting enough to give it everything I have right now. There's something powerful about choosing a path that not many people are walking. Because if something being ignored, if a need exists and nobody is meeting it, that matters. That's where real work needs to happen. As a physiotherapist, my whole purpose is to help people move better, live better, and feel better. And I can do that specifically for women in a space where they have been underserved and underinformed for so long. Then that's feel meaningful to me. So I made a decision. I'm going to learn everything I can about this field. I'm going to put in the work, take it one step at a time, and see where this path leads. Because what is in my hand right now is just effort, faith, patience, and consistent actions. And that's enough to start. I also wanted to say this, and this is important. Women health in India is severely under discussed. And I'm not just talking about physiotherapy, I am talking about across the board. Women normalize pain, they normalize discomfort after childbirth, they normalize leaking when they laugh or sneeze because that's just what happened after having a baby. They normalize pelvic pain because nobody told them it wasn't normal. And that normalization, it cost them years of quality of life. Pelvic floor physiotherapists exist to address exactly this. It's not a luxury, it's not a niche. It is essential healthcare that women deserve access to and deserve to know about. That's part of why I started this channel, not just to share lifestyle content, but to slowly, consistently bring awareness to this space so that one woman somewhere watches a video, recognize her symptoms, and realizes she doesn't have to just live with it. And that matters to me more than I can put into words. So that's my story, or at least the beginning of it. I am still very much in the middle of this journey. There is so much to learn, so much to do, and I am taking one day at a time. But I'm glad, even it took me a while to find this direction, I found it. And I truly believe in that finding something meaningful, even late, is so much better than spending years doing something that doesn't move you. If you are watching this and you are also figuring out your path, whether in physiotherapy or anything else, just keep going, keep asking questions, keep noticing the gaps, because sometimes the things you are meant to do is hiding in a question you didn't even know you were asking. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It genuinely helps this channel to grow and helps more women to find this content. Subscribe if you are new and drop a comment telling me, did you know women health physiotherapy existed before watching this video? I am genuinely curious. And I'll see you in the next one. Keep shining, keep achieving, keep showing up, and keep chasing what feels meaningful. Bye.